Hello, everyone. This is my introductory video to Economics 1010 for the first term of 1617. Economics 1010 is microeconomics. I've created this video just to give you an overview of the course as a whole, and then I'll have another video for week number 1 and then chapter videos as well, but they'll be separate recordings. So I have a bit of an introductory agenda to go over today. First thing I want to go over is the course schedule, which is located in Moodle, or the course outline and the course schedule, which are located in Moodle. So I think I can call these up on the screen, but you'll just have to give me half a second here, so I can show them to you in Moodle. Okay. I think this is the way it's going to have to work. Let me just clear that. Okay, so here's the course Moodle folder. And in this Read Me First section, there's a little topic, course outline for Economics 1010, 1617, Term 1. So this is the course outline. And in this course, we have 15 weeks in the course. And we basically cover one chapter per week. There are 15 chapters in the course. Sorry, there are 16 chapters in the course, and we only cover 15. We only cover the first 15, not chapter 16. We cover chapter 16 in macroeconomics next term. So here's his course schedule. So you're probably going to want to print off this schedule or diarize it someplace so you know what we cover in each week. Second thing I wanted to show you in Moodle, and then the course outline also contains a description of the assessments, and we'll come back to this later on. The course outline, the course Moodle folder also contains a set of the PowerPoint files that we use in the course. Oh, here's right here. It says student copy of PowerPoint files. So these PowerPoint files are provided by the publisher to accompany the textbook. And we've changed the format of these PowerPoint files to put 3 per page, just so it doesn't take up so much paper. Anyways, all these files for each chapter in the book are located in Moodle, and some students print these off and they use them for helping to organize their notes. And these files are also the ones that I'm going to use in the weekly class lessons, although I have to admit I occasionally change some of the slide content. But anyways, basically these files are available for your use. Okay, I need to go back to my little agenda here. Okay, so where's my little pen? Okay, so we've looked at the course outline, available in Moodle, and it contains the course schedule. The student version of chapter PowerPoint files are also available in Moodle. Okay, next little item on my agenda here is the intended weekly format for this course. So what I intend to do every week is to upload a brief agenda video for the upcoming week, you know, talking about chapter 1, what assignments are due in the following week or in the next, in the near future. And then I'm going to upload a separate video for that week's chapter contents. And my goal is to upload those files by Sunday at the beginning of the week that we cover that chapter in the course schedule. And when I upload them, I tend to also put in a brief forum note in Moodle that gets emailed to students. And if I can show that to you, I will. Let me just call it back here. Oh my goodness. Okay, just a sec. So when I upload the week's videos, I'll probably send a forum note. Oh, here it is, news forum. And I'll just type in this up. I'll have a brief note about what's coming up for the upcoming week. And then this automatically gets emailed to your NLC email address. So you all have access to it through email. Okay, let me go back to my little agenda here. So my first topic is, as you realize by now, this course is what's known as a so-called asynchronous course. And that means that the course has no scheduled class time. And what this means is that, so there's no scheduled class on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, or Monday, Wednesday afternoons or mornings or anything. It's really a self-study course. And if this is your first asynchronous course, and it probably is for most students, you're probably going to have to be a little bit more self-disciplined in this kind of course than in a regular course, because I don't have access to you on a couple times a week to remind you of things and where you have a chance to ask questions. However, this is the second year that Northern Lakes College has offered microeconomics in asynchronous format, and I was also the instructor last year for this asynchronous course, and last year we also did the macroeconomics course in asynchronous format as well, and I'm scheduled to be the instructor for macroeconomics next term in asynchronous format as well. So the mere fact that this course is in an asynchronous format, and it's probably new to most students, I think the course still works fairly well, and I think most students enjoyed the course last year to the extent that it's possible to enjoy economics. But it does maybe take students a little bit of getting used to this new kind of course format. Okay, so next topic is office hours. So office hours, I mean, we don't have any regular class time in this course. So the office hours, the official office hours for this course are Wednesday afternoon from 1 p.m. until 2:30. And so here we are in Moodle, here's economics, session times. We have office hours set up on Wednesday afternoon from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. So if you have any questions that you want to talk to me about by phone call, this is, you're pretty well guaranteed to get a hold of me at this time. Pretty well guaranteed. My office is located in Slave Lake, and it's located in room A235, which is upstairs, and it's kind of a difficult office to find because it's sort of across from the washrooms on the second floor, but to get to my office, you have to go through a classroom that's got a bunch of desks in it, and I'm hidden at the back. Anyways, if you're a student located in Slave Lake and you have a question, you can just try come around to my office and try to find me. The best way of getting a hold of your instructors at NLC is probably through your NLC email address. And then in this course, there's another good way of getting a hold of the instructor if you have a question about one of the assignments on the publisher's website. And we'll come to that in a minute, but inside the publisher's website, for the questions, there's a mechanism for students to email the instructor directly with a copy of the question attached. And so when I see your question, I know exactly what question you're looking at on the publisher's website. And that is a very, very good way of sending me questions about the chapter assignments. Anyways, we'll come back to that shortly. Okay, let me go back to my agenda here. Let me go back to my agenda. Okay, office hours. Okay, the nature of the assessments in this course. So in this course, we use a textbook, and we cover the first 15 chapters. And on the publisher's website, we have weekly assignments set up. Each chapter has a set of assignments. There's a number of questions, and then there's a mini quiz called a Quiz Me. And then for each set of chapters, 3 or 4 chapters, we have a quiz, and each quiz has a number of parts, and each part corresponds to one chapter. All that material is located on the publisher's website. And in this course, your due date for all your assignments, the weekly chapter assignments, the Quiz-Me's, and the quiz parts, are always on Sunday evening at 11:59 p.m. Alberta time. Okay. And I should mention, when students do their weekly chapter assignments, there's a quiz part. You have to do the Quiz-Me. And you probably don't understand what I mean by Quiz-Me, but you'll find it soon enough. And there's a quiz part that corresponds to that chapter. These quiz parts are open in the publisher's website all the time? I shouldn't say that. Most of the time. Anyways, what some students do is when you do chapter 1, and you do the Quiz-Me, the questions for chapter 1, and you do the Quiz-Me for chapter 1, some students also do the quiz part for that chapter at the same time, while the material is still fresh in their mind. So the way the publisher's website is being set up is that it allows you to do that. These quizzes, they have their own separate deadline, and you don't have to do them all in that final day. You can do them kind of on the go as you do the chapters. You'll figure this out. It's simple enough. You'll figure this out as we go along. Okay, and then what else do we have in this course? So we have these chapter questions. We have these chapter Quiz-Me's. We have the chapter quiz parts. We also have a midterm and a final exam. And we also have a PowerPoint assignment due in November, where you pick a microeconomics topic and you research it, and you record your analysis in a PowerPoint, and then you email the PowerPoint, or you upload the PowerPoint file to Moodle. Or if you're interested in presenting your topic live in class, we will invent a live class that allows you to do that. And I suspect if we have some evening students, some part-time students in the class, and you want to present your topic live in the evening, we can accommodate that. At least I'm sure we can. Okay. So we also have a midterm and a final exam in this course. The midterm and the final exam, you have to do them on campus. The questions are in Moodle. They're closed book. And then this term, we have something new that I would like to experiment with for the midterm exam for students who are, interested in participating in this. So normally the midterm and the final exam are conducted on campus. You have to go to campus for these. And certainly for the final exam, you must go to campus to do your final exam. We have some new software this year that should allow students to be able to do the midterm exam from a home location. Some students do not have easy access to campuses, we know that. And you might have a family that you're raising, and you take your classes from home, and maybe you'd like to do your midterm exam from home rather than campus. So I think we have some software that may allow you to do that. It's a very secure type of software. You have to have a video camera on your computer, and it kind of monitors you as you do the exam to make sure that you're not cheating, and that you don't have any books and any help. But I think we're going to be able to set that up. And if you're in that situation where you want to do one of these midterm exam at home, we may be able to accommodate that. But I'll get back to you later about that. Okay, so back to the publisher website assignments. So the publisher website assignments are located on the publisher website. The publisher in this course is Pearson Canada, and I'm just going to show you something. In order for the questions on the publisher's website to display properly on your computer monitor, you must have the pop-up blocker on your computer deactivated. If your pop-up blocker is turned on, the questions will not display properly, and you will have problems. So the solution to this, how do you turn the pop-up blocker off on your computer? And so I'm going to show you. Just a sec. Okay, so in Moodle, I have created a link right here, Econ 1010, 1617, Term 1, how to turn off pop-up blocker on your computer. This link goes to the publisher's website, and they have instructions to tell you how to turn off the pop-up blocker depending on which browser your computer uses. I use Chrome. Some of you may use Apple machines, and so you're using Firefox, or you might use Internet Explorer, but there are instructions here on how to turn off the pop-up blocker on your machine. You have to do that. You have to do that. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do the questions. Okay. Let me go back to my agenda. Okay, using the publisher websites for chapter-based QuizMes and quizzes. So what I want to do is I want to bring up the publisher's website just to give you a little bit of familiarity with how it looks. So let me just try this. And you know, I'm recording this in the at the end of August, and I went to the publisher's website today, and I noticed it was slow, and that tells me that there's probably lots of students, and probably in some colleges, they've already started school in the last week of August, and the website is slow, and it's probably because it's very busy. Okay, so I think so for this course, you're going to have to register your textbook on the Pearson website, and anyways, you're going to have to do that. And once you get into this course, Econ 1010, 1617, Term 1, you're going to want to know, how do I do the weekly chapter assignments and the weekly QuizMes? So the way you do that is, once you come to this main website, there are multiple ways of navigating around the publisher's website. So I'm going to show you one way of doing this. There are other ways that you will probably discover on your own, but I'm going to show you one way. So to do the weekly chapter assignments, let's say we want to do the QuizMe, the chapter questions and QuizMes for Chapter 1. So we would go to this side menu, Chapter Resources. We would pick Chapter 1. And then up at the top is the Nature of Economics. It says go to your chapter study plan. So you click on there, and I can see it's taking a long time to display. So I think I might be able to help you here. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's taking a long time. I think the publisher's website is probably overflowing with traffic. Anyways, so it's not displaying properly, but oh, here it is. So here it says, here's your chapters, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. We're doing Chapter 1, and we see these subtopics. 1.1 is called Scarcity, 1.2 is called Defining Economics, 1.3 is called Rational Decision Making. So these are the different sections in the chapter, and each one of these sections contain questions. And you have to do all these questions. You have to do all these questions. And they're all multiple choice questions. And then once you go through them all for section number 1.1 here, then you go to section 1.2, and you do, oh, I did all those already. Then you go to 1.3, and then you go through all those questions. And then once you're done all those section questions, I'm just going to close it here. You have to do the QuizMe, and the QuizMe, the QuizMe button is located up in the top right-hand corner. It's called a QuizMe, and the QuizMe is comprised of 5 questions. They're kind of summary questions for the chapter, and you need to do these QuizMes at the end of every week, because we use these QuizMe marks in your mark calculation for the course. So anyways, that's how you navigate to get to the chapter questions and the QuizMes. And then what you're also going to have to know how to navigate to is how to do the quiz parts. Now the quiz parts are available in the study plan section. Here's the study plan section, and this is, you see the publisher's website is taking a long time to load up, but I have one of these preloaded. So when you click on study plan, you're going to get this little menu. You're going to have to pick the chapter So quiz 1, part A, that corresponds to chapter 1. And, okay, so there's 3 parts. Oh, yeah, that's right, there's 3 parts. Scientific method, economic policy, socioeconomic goals, and issues in application. So you pick the little practice button. The practice is the quiz. They're multiple choice questions. You click on them, la-di-da-di-da, next, and so on, and close. And you'll notice that you can also access the QuizMes from the study plan, just because it's just another way of accessing the things. Okay, and then after you do chapter number 2, you're going to go to quiz 1, part B. Part B corresponds to chapter 2. You're going to do all these quiz parts, and so on. Anyways, that's how you navigate the publisher's website. And I believe in Moodle, I also have a description. Oh my goodness. Okay, I also have a description. I'll just have to go back there. I have some pictures on how to navigate the publisher's website. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here we are in Moodle for the course Moodle folder, Econ 1010 Microeconomics. Directions for navigating publisher's website. So right here, you click in here. There's a Word document that kind of gives you pictures of how to of exactly what I just demonstrated on the publisher's website directly. Okay, so let's get out of there. Let's go back to my little agenda video. Okay, what's up next? Dealing with publisher website issues. So the weekly study plan materials, the questions, the QuizMes, and the quiz parts are all located on the publisher's website. And do not be surprised if you have an occasional problem dealing with the publisher website. These assignments on the publisher's website, they're these massive databases of questions and answers, and sometimes the publisher experiences problems with its own computer system. Sometimes your computer experiences a problem. Sometimes you might have an internet access, so only you are affected, not your fellow students in the class, just because the internet access to your particular computer is going a little bit glitchy. So if you have a problem in accessing the computer, the publisher website, which is Pearson, your best bet is to contact Pearson at their helpline. So once you go into the publisher website, they will have a help function there where you can phone them or text them or email them. I find phoning is best, and they can kind of walk you through the issue. I probably cannot help you with your issue. You might notify me that you're having a problem, but I probably can't resolve it if it deals with the publisher website or deals with the your internet access. Anyways, I've talked to the helpline at Pearson on many occasions, and the other publishers on not many occasions, but on several occasions, and they're usually quite helpful. So I would encourage you to do the same thing. I can tell you that during the early September and early January, their helplines are very busy, but that's usually the best thing to do. Okay, so the final thing I was going to comment on in my introductory video here is about the design of Northern Lakes College's Business Certificate Program. So as I mentioned before, in the fall term you have microeconomics, in the winter term you have macroeconomics, and I'm scheduled to be the instructor for macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is also in asynchronous format. The textbooks we use for micro and macro, they come from the same publisher. They're written by the same authors, and the design of these two courses are very similar. Chapter questions, chapter QuizMes, chapter quiz parts, all located on the publisher website, midterm, final exam, located in Moodle. So because these two courses have such a similar design, although it may take you a little bit of time to figure out how to navigate the publisher's website successfully, it's a good investment because whatever you learn in micro regarding the course design and navigating the publisher's website, it'll all be useful to you next term in macros. And I think that makes it easier for students in macro because you'll start the term already knowing all this basic stuff that may take a little bit of time to learn how to use at the start of this course. So that's all the material that I have for this introductory video to the course. And then for week 1, I'm going to record an agenda video for week 1, and then chapter videos for chapter 1 and chapter 2. Anyways, welcome everyone to microeconomics. I don't know if anyone's taken an economics course before. Economics is a very distinct mindset, and it takes, if you're not familiar with economics, you have to adjust your mindset to kind of get into the swing of things. But this is an introductory course in microeconomics, and I think most students find at least some aspects of it to be interesting, and I'm hoping you'll be in that boat. Anyways, that's it for the introductory video, and we'll talk to you later.